Jay, that's strangely close to Daniel Jones from the Giants. Daniel, is that you? Beat the Chiefs. Show me. If the Broncos and Russell Wilson can show me that they can beat the Chiefs, then I will start believing.
The crowd up. So are this defense, and Kansas City won't snap the ball again. The Denver Broncos have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs.
David Montgomery on the Lions, former Bear, gonna make this his revenge game for sure. David Montgomery gets the touchdown that ices the game. No! And there's a flag. There's flag. There's flag. There's flag. There's flag. Snap. Hold. Kick.
Denver wins! Denver wins! Let's go!
They open. No!
What happened? Oh shit.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the divisional round. The Lions lost last night. Wow. I mean, this is shocking. So the winner of this game will go on to play the Commanders next week. And the Commanders, being the seed that they were, obviously didn't win the division. The Eagles did. Would mean that if the Eagles win, the Commanders will play the Eagles. If the Rams win, the Commanders will go to LA. So for LA, this game is actually an opportunity to host the NFC Championship, which is a wild thought. I mean, nobody thought going into the postseason that the Rams, after winning the wild card weekend, would be hosting another playoff game. And of course, with the wildfires going on, they ended up moving that game to Arizona, and credit Arizona for, being a first-class organization and setting all that up. But at the end of the day, the Rams really didn't get a home playoff game, even though they won their division and earned it because of that tragedy. So if that were to happen, I don't know if LA would host that playoff game or if it would go to Arizona again. But if the city was in a good enough shape and the fire was, I guess, tamed to the point where they felt like they could host a playoff game, I would expect the crowd there to have a lot of energy and momentum, and like finally we're hosting a playoff game, very similar to Sean Payton's Saints after Hurricane Katrina. A lot of times those tragedies bring out the best and the worst in people, and when it comes to football, a lot of times it gives the crowd and the fans just an extra energy. So for the Rams, this could be a huge situation if they can pull this off, get this win against the Eagles, which would be the second upset in the NFC out of the two NFC games. We got Little Lee in the chat. Little Lee said, "Let's get it. How about them commies?" That's straight cash money right there. If the Lions beat the Eagles, I think the commies might find themselves in the Super Bowl. You mean if the Rams beat the Eagles? Yeah, and that is crazy. And really, man, you got to think Dan Quinn came into the season with a 6-win projection. That was the expectation coming into the season, and that's why I said throughout the season on Twitter, I said Coach of the Year should go to Sean Payton or Dan Quinn. In my opinion, they did the most with their teams going into the season. The projections were very low. Both of those guys have exceeded those expectations with rookie quarterbacks. And here we are back at the Rams game. They did challenge. There was a challenge. The ball never touched the ground, so it's going to be a first down almost at midfield. Philly with 6 points. And here's a run with Kyren Williams, and Kyren Williams stays on his feet down to the 35-yard line of Eagles territory. Willie said, I was speaking in the sense of if the Lions played the Eagles in the regular season, then the commies might find themselves in the Super Bowl via the commies beating the Lions in the playoffs. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, very important game here for the Rams. And I think the coaching staff all around for the Eagles is superb. I mean, you got Kellen Moore, and as far as defensive coordinators go, Vic Fangio is, I think, the best in the business. But if we're just going head coach to head coach, Sean McVay is a much better head coach, in my opinion. I don't think that's an opinion. It should be a fact. But Sean McVay is one of the best head coaches, and I like Sean McVay in important games. Like, he just has his team ready. And remember, Stafford's won 6 games in a row, and one of those games was against Buffalo, and they beat them. So, like, there's nobody, in my opinion, that the Rams can't beat. And I did take the Rams to win this game. Right now, they're down 6-0. Stafford to throw. Caught. Red zone. Puka Nacua. Lily said, yeah, most definitely, bro. How have you been today, Brother K? I'm doing good, man. I am doing good. I've work's been busy. Can't complain. You know, I got a little flurry snowflakes today. The weather's pretty cold out there, which reminds me, I gotta actually step out for 30 seconds and let my dogs in. And here we go. Stafford, quick throw, Puka Nacua, and that's going to be a quick 5-yard gainer. Just a quick throw and catch. We got Liam in the chat. What's up, Liam? Daniel Berry, happy Sunday to everyone. And go Rams. Yeah, who are you guys going for? Let me know in the chat. Who do you want to win and who do you think will win? I have a feeling the Rams are going to win this game. I will be right back. Huh? Oh, it does that. All right. So second down with no big success. Third down. 3rd and 6. Let's see. Quinion Mitchell, the rookie, working on Puka Nacua at the top of the screen. That was pass interference. Are you kidding me? How is that not PI? How is that not PI? He tackled him before the ball got there. Stafford stepping up, gonna run it himself. John Elway moment. I think he got the first down. They're marking him. I don't think that's where he was down. I'm challenging this. I think you got to challenge that. Dude, I think you got to challenge this. Fourth and 1, and they're going to just run it with Kyron Williams, and he picks up 5. Wow. And Sean McVay rocking the LAPD beanie hat along with the sweater. The Rams playing. I feel like the Rams are playing for a lot, man. They're playing for their city. They're playing for their family. They're playing for each other, and they're playing for Matthew Stafford, who this could be his last hurrah. And that's why I said, is this a John Elway moment when he scrambled on 3rd and 6? Here's a handoff on 1st and goal, and it's going to go for a gain of 3. That's going to bring the Rams about 4 yards away from pay dirt, 2nd and goal. Liam said, I think the Eagles will win, but I want the Rams to win. And that is the opinion I have heard a lot of. I like this game, man. I think this is going to be a good game. I do think the Rams can pull this one off, man. In order to go on a playoff run, you got to be, if you're going to be a wild card team, you got to be the hottest team in the league, and you could make a case for that. Stafford, quick throw, incomplete. intended for Demarcus Robinson on a slant. Robinson thought that the contact was a bit early. It looked okay to me. It wasn't like the one earlier to Puka Nacua. That was clearly early, a couple plays ago. All right, 3rd and goal. Let's see what Stafford can do. Stafford in shotgun. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp to the top of the screen, stacked. Stafford looking to throw, quick slant, touchdown. Touchdown Rams. Tyler, was that Higbee? It is. Tyler Higbee touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from taking a 1-point lead in the divisional round. Wow. And the touchdown's been confirmed in the extra point. Snap, hold, kick. It's good. The Rams are on top of the Eagles by a point here in the first quarter. And that is a damn good throw by Stafford to Higbee. And man, if you're a Rams fan, I mean, the trade for Matthew Stafford to Jared Goff, I mean, people really do get obsessed over who won the trade. It doesn't matter what trade it is. People always want there to be a winner and a loser. This is truly one of those trades where there was no winner or loser. I mean, that's the way people have looked at it. The Lions got Jared Goff, and they have been a very good team ever since. And the Rams got a Super Bowl the very first year they got Stafford. So it was truly a win-win for both. However, if the Lions are going to lose Ben Johnson and maybe even their defensive coordinator to head coaching jobs, maybe this was the Lions' best season to win the Super Bowl. And if that is the case, maybe they don't actually get over that hump for a little bit longer. I will say this. If the Rams do win the Super Bowl this year, I think people will start to say that the Rams won the trade. Because at the end of the day, like, it's all about getting a Super Bowl. And let me ask you guys, would you rather be dominant football team for a decade and never win a Super Bowl? Or would you rather win 2 Super Bowls in 4 years, but be mediocre for the other 6 years? Everybody usually says they want the rings. They want the Super Bowls. Well, you said last time the Eagles beat the Rams, the Eagles won by 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Last time the Eagles beat the Rams, they won by 3 touchdowns. That was back in last year. Is it snowing in Philadelphia right now? Well, it is. I think it's not visibly snowing, but it could happen. I mean, the weather's very similar here. It's like cloudy, um, and I saw some flurries coming down, but not enough to, go grab the shovel. And this is gonna be returned at the 5, 10, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and down at the 33-yard. I believe that was Gainwell. Jalen Hurts' touchdown on the last drive. Fake run, an RPO, and Hurts with a lead blocker. And wow, Hurts just ran a 50-yard touchdown. And That's how you get the crowd into it. .6:25 left in the first. Saquon Barkley is gonna get the ball on first down, and that is definitely gotta be the game plan for the Rams if they want any chance to win this game. If you go back and look at all the games Saquon Barkley has less than 100 yards rushing, those are games the Eagles lost. Most of them. There's a couple where Saquon was just he got pulled out of the game because they were winning by so much and he didn't get the numbers, but there's quite, I believe there's 3 games where he got under 100 yards rushing, and the Eagles ended up losing. So, we'll see how the running game plays a factor in this one. Dropped pass to A.J. Brown, and remember, the defense for the Rams for the majority of the season was about mediocre. Not terrible, but not great. In this 6-game winning streak that they're on, for Stafford's last 6 straight starts, the defense has been playing better, and the energy they flew around with last week, if they can do that this week, they have a chance. Nate says, "Who is your favorite NFL team?" Um, the Broncos. The 3rd down, and Hurts gets sacked, lunched. Nom, 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 nom. Sack, lunge, and it's gonna be a 3 and out, but more importantly, Brandon Fisk, he is limping. He got up limping. That is not good. Of course, Fisk and Jared Verse, 2 rookies the Rams drafted, both out of Florida State, and I told you guys in my pre-draft scout that these 2 players were gonna be Pro Bowlers, maybe even Hall of Famers. I really do believe that, and Jared Verse probably is gonna win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, punt return! Oh, man, he was gonna take it back, and he ran into his own guy. He was gonna take that to the house, and his own Rams player, he just ran right into him. That sucks. It looked like that could have been a dangerous return for the Rams, but pretty good field position here. Stafford coming back out onto the field, and we'll see if they can take a 8-point lead with a touchdown. Good game so far. And the Rams will start this drive at the, let's see. Looks like the 34-yard line. Yeah, the Rams will start at the 34-yard line, so pretty good field position. Pretty good field position here for the Rams. And if they can score on this drive and maybe take the crowd out of the game a little bit, that could go a very long way today. That could go a very long way if they can get the crowd out of it. The local gas station, man, they sell the best incense in the world. I'm telling you. If you guys ever see these incense, buy them. They're dipped in incense wax. They are amazing. Seriously, amazing. USA. I'll say this comment from Little E. If the Eagles lose to the Rams, I like the chances of the Commanders winning the Super Bowl this year because the Commies only lost by 1 touchdown to the Ravens in Baltimore. I mean, so you're assuming that the Ravens are gonna be in the Super Bowl? All right, 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard gain on 1st down. Yes, sir, Ravens versus Commies. All right. Will E hitting us with the prediction. Let's see if it comes true. Cooper Kupp in motion on 2nd and 2. Stafford fakes the handoff, now throwing it to Kyren Williams, and that is played very well by Burks for the Eagles defense, and that's gonna be a gain of nothing. 3rd and 2. Man, Stafford, he's, like, always hurt, dude, always hurt. Looks like Quinyon Mitchell is questionable to return after the hit on Stafford. I was thinking that Stafford was hurt from that play, so belay my last. 3rd and 3, Stafford, and he's gonna get sack lunched himself. Num, 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 num. And it's gonna be a 3 and out for the Rams and the Eagles. So they trade touchdowns on their first drive, and now they're gonna trade 3 and outs. Jalen Carter. When you really sit back and look at the people that the Eagles were able to draft, it is ridiculous. I mean, the only reason Jalen Carter didn't go number 1 overall is because of the racing, the cars, he fell all the way to 9, I believe, 9? He wasn't supposed to be there, and the Eagles were like, "Okay, yeah, the best defensive player in the draft, we'll take him." And then Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean are like the 1 and 2 best corners in the draft, and nobody selected any defensive players until wow, was it the Rams, I think, were the first team to select a defensive player, and it was Jared Verse, I believe. But because of that, the Eagles, who were picking way later, were able to select the 2 best corners. Like, they got one, and then they got the other one, and that's just mind-blowing. I mean, it's not that hard to draft well when you've been in the position the Eagles have been in the last 3 years. I mean, basically, they just select the player that has no business being available. It's a no-brainer. 1st and 10, Hurts takes the handoff, looking to pass, taking a shot deep, caught, incomplete. But then a flag is thrown on the hit to Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith went up, got 2 hands on the ball, looked caught, and personal foul? What do you want him to do? Watch him catch it? What do you want him to do? He's trying to break up the ball. Yeah, that's helmet to helmet, but I just don't. If you didn't play defense, and there's a lot of people that think it's very easy to not do what just happened, and it's quite the opposite. Nearly impossible to play that position and try to make a play on the ball when the guy's got the ball right here. You got to make a play on the ball without hitting his head, but the ball is being caught in front of the guy's head. I mean, I don't know, man. It's instinctual too. I mean, ideally, it's like just slap it out. But I mean, that's a bomb downfield. So the adrenaline. Um, it is snowing a little bit. It looks like. Jalen Hurts is going to fake the handoff and now just take a slide. Hurts thinks that there should be a flag. What is with these quarterbacks? I swear, these quarterbacks, man. I mean, what we saw from Mahomes yesterday was kind of disgusting. If you guys watched that game, and I'm saying this not as a Broncos fan, it's just absolutely gross to watch Mahomes in that game. The flopping, bad calls, the fact that he slows down when he's about to go out of bounds just so he can get hit and then try to draw a flag, like, it's gross, man. And caught. Dallas Goedert catches the ball. Snow continues to fall here. He said, I like the Ravens' chances of beating the Chiefs this year in the playoffs. I think the Ravens and Bills can beat the Chiefs, will beat the Chiefs. I mean, Buffalo already beat the Chiefs, and that game wasn't close. Let's be real. 3rd and 4, they're going to hand it off, and Barkley's going to go the distance. 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown. Wow. That can't happen. That can't happen. A 62-yard touchdown, and let's see if the Eagles go for 2 here. Single high safety, and once Barkley gets past the first line, I mean, the single high safety, that's the last line of defense, and the safety came up, took a terrible angle, and there was nobody left. I mean, it's not right when he handed that ball off, it looked like it was gonna be a huge play, and indeed it was. And it is time to update the ticker because of Saquon Barkley. Wow. So let me make a ticker here with the finals from yesterday's games. We got Washington 45, Detroit 31. We got Chiefs 23, Houston 14. We got Philly 13, Washington 7. I mean, Los Angeles Rams 7. And we're in first quarter. So if the Rams win this game, it would be Washington at LA Rams, or it would be Washington at Philly. with Eagles win over Rams. All right. There's a ticker. Deep ball downfield to Demarcus Robinson, and the snow is starting to come down, and it looks like that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Stafford aired that one out, and we're going to switch sides. Wow. So there's my ticker. We got Washington 45, Detroit 31 final, Kansas City 23, Houston 14 final, Philly 13, Rams 7. It is now the second quarter. Oh, here we go. There we go. So Philly 13, Rams 7, second quarter. Potential matchups. Winner of Baltimore at Buffalo will go to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. That's simple. With Rams win versus Eagles, Washington would go to LA to play the Rams. With Eagles win over Rams, Washington at Philly. So Eagles know that the rest of the playoffs runs through Philly if they can get the win here today, which is crazy because they already played at home against the Packers. And everybody talks about the 1 seed being so important, but this is why the 2 seed is huge as well, because if the 1 seed's knocked off, the playoffs run through Philly. Philly, if they win today, would play every single playoff game at home as if they were the 1 seed. All right. Here we go. 1st and 10. Stafford fakes the handoff, looking, avoids a sack, and there's going to be holding. They're going to call holding. Holding. Number 79. Damn. Yeah, there's a little holding, I think. Jeez, that was a bomb by Stafford. They got the ball on the 29-yard line. Stafford 7 for 11 handoff. Kyron Williams makes a move. Damn. Kyron Williams comes 2 yards away from picking up the first down. And here comes the snow. Do-do-do-do. Look at this catch by Demarcus Robinson. That was an interception, and Demarcus Robinson just took the ball out. I believe that was Blankenship's hand. I mean, he had 2 hands on the ball, and the snow is starting to come down here in Philadelphia. 2nd and 11. Quick throw. Cooper Kupp takes it, and that's going to take the ball inside the 10-yard line, I think. Snow is very wet, so let's see how this affects the game. Might be harder to catch. Might be time to take the visors off. Might be time to remove the gloves and just play old school football. 3rd and 2. Stafford, handoff. I don't like that play call. I do not like that play call on 3rd down. And here comes a field goal attempt. That is so dumb. I was really hoping that they were going to do play action and pull that ball back. Eagles were playing the run. This is a 30-yard field goal attempt. Snap, hold, kick is good. So the Rams are going to only be down 3 here. 3-point game because of the Eagles' missed extra point. I think you got to feel good about that if you're the Rams. But it does suck. You get that close, you want 6. Let's see what the internet's saying. Let's see what the internet's saying on X. CJ Gardner-Johnson has had a bunch of plays this year on key 3rd down where he hit an open hole and made a tackle for loss. End zone angle of Saquon Barkley's 62-yard touchdown run is pretty dope. Damn. That is such a cool angle. Wow. I think I can get away with that. Look at this. Look at this run. Look at this angle. That's insane. This is the end zone angle. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. 30-yard field goal was good. So Jalen Carter folded his hands in prayer and pointed them to the sky after that holding call. But really, that field goal was only made possible because of Demarcus Robinson's takeaway catch. That was an insane play by Robinson. So far, very good game. A very good game. And this is going to be taken out. And Gainwell staying on his feet. And they take it almost to the 45-yard line. That was just a high effort run. And that's one of the things you look at in a playoff game is how bad do the players want it? Are the second effort plays there? It's the same thing with playoff basketball, with getting rebounds, following your shot. I mean, there is that in the playoffs where you can tell if there's one team that wants it more. And I'll say in this game, it's been pretty balanced, but specifically on that kick return, the Eagles clearly were the team that wanted it more. They were playing more aggressive, and that's why the ball's at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, good starting field position, handoff to Barkley. Barkley is going to go down after a gain of 1. There was really nowhere to go. He was being patient, but nothing opened up. 2nd and 9, 12:20 left in the first half. Brendan Fisk on the sideline right now. That's a huge loss if he can't go. I mean, we're talking about a guy that leads all rookies in sacks with 8.5. Big gap plugger in the run game. You need him. So hopefully he's all right. He's not in the locker room. We'll see what they want to do with him. 2nd and 9. Hurts looking to throw, steps up into the pocket, and then slides down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Let's see. I think they're going to mark him down where he surrendered himself, which should be about 3 yards short. Saquon Barkley, a key block right there on 2nd down that allowed Hurts to step up into the A gap and just take the easy 7 yards before sliding down. 3rd and manageable at midfield. Hurts, slant, A.J. Brown, 1st down. Needed 3, got 4. Ten minutes, 55 seconds. Hurts, 5 for 6, 36 yards. Designed run. Good key block, and he's going to slide down after a gain of 6. And, man, the Eagles are using Jalen Hurts as a runner more than they did throughout the season. I mean, Hurts, he had a game against the Packers, I think, a couple years ago where he had like 70 rushing yards in the first half. They haven't been using him like that. But this game, they really started to. And I think when you look at the success 1st down Barkley, I think when you look at the success that the Baltimore Ravens have had running the RPO with Derrick Henry, the Buffalo Bills have had running the RPO with James Cook and Josh Allen, you're sitting there going, hey, we have Saquon Barkley and a quarterback that can run it. We need to do a little bit of what they're doing because look at the way they're dominating. And they incorporated that into the game plan, and it looks like Philly is doing way more design runs with Hurts than we saw throughout the year. And I just wonder if those other teams had anything to do with it, with how much success that they had. 2nd and 8, Eagles are in field goal territory right now, approaching the 9-minute mark in the first half. Hurts in shotgun, gonna throw, looking, plants his foot and throws it over the head of A.J. Brown, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. A field goal would make it a 6-point lead if the Eagles could get it. And let's see if Fisk comes out on this 3rd down. Maybe they want to put him on a pitch count and use him on important downs like this. Let's see. What number is Fisk? Looks like Fisk is not on the field. No, he isn't. Hurts looking to throw, and he sack! And that's a huge sack. That is a monster sack by Jared Verse, and that's why he's the rookie, defensive rookie of the year. That just took him out of field goal range. That was the one thing you couldn't have there. Jared Verse, man. It's easy to see why Florida State went undefeated the year before last with Jared Verse. And here's the punt at the 50-yard line, and it's going to be bounced, and it's going to take a Rams bounce at about the 5, roll to the 7, and the Rams will take over at the 7 or 8-yard line, down 3 with 8 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first half. See if they can make this a tie ball game or go into the half with the lead here. Three 90522. This game opened up with the Eagles being 7-point favorites. The line is down to 6.5. It also opened up with the over-under at 43.5 points. That now has moved to 50.5. So now they're projecting a closer game and also more scoring than anticipated. Maybe it was the snow that had the scoring so low. All right. Let's see what the Rams can do here. Philly cheesesteak looks fire. And they're going to hand it off with Kyron Williams, and he's going to pick up 9 on first down. So that's a drive starter right there. Vic Fangio. Eagles defense allowed per game. Last year, they were 30th. They're second this year. Total yards, they were 26 last year. They're first this year. So there is nobody better than Vic Fangio if he can get his players to buy in. That was his issue with Miami. And they're going to run a flea flicker and go to Tyler Higbee, and Tyler Higbee is going to take it all the way. Oh, they're going to say it's recovered by, they're ruling him down by contact at the 35. The ball did come out. It ends up being recovered by the Rams anyway. So they run the flea flicker, and it's really just a screen to the tight end. And that is those second effort plays. They're going to snap it here, and Stafford, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Demarcus Robinson. It's about a 12-yard throw, but it was broken up as soon as he caught the ball or attempted to catch the ball. And you had a receiver on the right side that slipped and fell. So with the snow on the ground, you are seeing these receivers are having a hard time sticking to the ground. Puka Nacua was a little slow getting up on that, but he's all right. Look at the receivers to maybe change their cleats depending on the snow. Maybe some visors that come off. You still got gloves being worn here. Another third and short, and they just run it, and it gets stuffed at the line. And the Rams really need to get more creative in short yardage situations. Now the Rams have to punt it. They did the same thing at the 10-yard line. Josh Sweat was the free runner. Nobody there to stop him. And that's crazy. What was 3rd and 1 is now 4th and 3 and a punt. And the punt is going to be fumbled and recovered. Wow. Now we've seen a good amount of bobbled punts and the ball coming out. Could be the pressure of the playoffs. It could be the snow. But the Eagles will take over with 5 minutes and 18 seconds. I got these boots. They're like kind of furry. Really love these boots. Well, let's see how aggressive Sean McVay wants to be. The Rams, 5 minutes, 18 seconds. I think it'll depend on how much success the Eagles have on first down as to whether they will call a timeout. The Rams have 3 timeouts. So I think the Rams aren't going to call any of their timeouts. They're just going to try to get a 3 and out here. But if the Eagles pick up 2 first downs and we get under 3 minutes, I would expect timeouts to start coming. I think McVay would rather save them for offense and just try to get a 3 and out here, but if the Eagles pick up 1 first down, I think on that next series, McVay would then call his timeouts because the Eagles are on their 9-yard line. They're gonna hand it off here, which was a given. And now it's 2nd and 9. We've all had times when everything came together in perfect harmony, sacred moments when we were totally and that's the book A.J. Brown was reading on the sideline of the Packers game. Said it helps him stay centered. False start. Wow. That is a big penalty. Stops the clock and moves it to 2nd and 14. Wow. Jim Murphy, the author of the book, is like, holy crap. This guy just made me rich. 2nd and 13, they're gonna hand it off again and play it safe, and they're gonna lose a yard, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but I would call the timeout here. 3rd and 14. I would have called the timeout immediately, but they're gonna save them for offense, which is what I assume they would do if they were able to get an organic 3 and out. If the Eagles somehow pick this 3rd and 14 up, I think the Rams would start burning those timeouts. They want the ball again. The Eagles scored first, so they got the ball first, so they wanted setting up a screen, and this is dangerous, and it's a first down. It's a first down, and they ran a screen, and Saquon Barkley ends up picking it up. Nobody for the screen. I don't understand why the Rams needed to be that aggressive on 3rd and 14. That is a bad call defensively on 3rd and 14. And now Hurts has time, and he's gonna throw it to Gainwell, and Gainwell's going to pick up 9 or 10 yards. It might be another first down. And the clock is rolling, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Now the Eagles are thinking, "Hey, we're gonna get points," and man, the Eagles or the Rams really screwed themselves on that 3rd and 14. We got Jinja in the chat. What's up, Jinja? How you doing, buddy? 1st and 10, handoff to Gainwell. And Gainwell is gonna pick up a first down. I'm not so sure he picked up the first down there, but the 2-minute warning is gonna stop the clock here. Wow. And Barkley, after picking up that 3rd and 14, went onto the sideline, and he's getting some work done with his hand, it looks like. So he did look like he was a little banged up after the play. He immediately subbed himself out. It was a really aggressive play. Defense trying to hold and Barkley trying to pick it up. You had these dudes running full speed, just a more intense play than a 1st and 2nd down. And It looked like he got hurt on that play. Now, is he injured? I don't know. So Tampa losing by 3 to the Commanders, man. It looks like, not looking back on it now, it's like, man, maybe Tampa would have beaten the Lions. Remember the Bucks were the first team to beat the Lions. I think it was week 3 or week 4. And the Rams, obviously, last week they rolled over the Vikings. "45 points scored in Detroit." Playing in a dome, it has its benefits when it comes to being able to score a lot of points on offense. Now, the weather in Philly, it's snowing right now. Let's see what it's gonna be like in Buffalo. It's snowing. It's snowing. It's chance of precipitation. It looks like there's a 10% chance of precipitation at 7 PM, but there's a snow warning from 10 AM on Monday. The Weather Channel has a warning for fans before the Bills-Ravens game. The Weather Channel is asking for fans to take appropriate action. Issued a warning to the fans to layer up for extreme cold. Here we go. Gain of a yard or 2 here. And the Rams are gonna not call their timeout, try to put some of the pressure on the Eagles. 2nd and 8. Hurts looking. He's gonna run it himself and pick up the first down and more. There's no flag, dude. They're trying to get a flag. I swear, every time a quarterback runs, they're trying to get a flag. This is the new expectation. The NFL has done this. They have programmed fans to expect a flag every single time the quarterback runs. They really do expect these quarterbacks to not get touched. I'm sorry, but when your quarterback's got 67 yards and a touchdown, like he's more of a running back. You can't just not hit the running back. Barkley is gonna run it for a gain of 8 or 9. And right now, the Eagles, they're not being fancy or cute. They're running the football down the throat, and they're just throwing the screen to offset the Rams' blitz. And the Rams have adjusted, stopped blitzing, and then they've been able to run it on them. So Eagles have the Rams right where they want them. And now here's a bomb to A.J. Brown, and they're going to say incomplete. He caught the ball on the 1-yard line. He bobbled the ball. He re-caught the football, but he was out of bounds when he reestablished control of the ball. Oh my God, it would have been a touchdown. And instead, it goes to an incompletion and stops the clock. And A.J. Brown is hurt. He is staying in the game, but that would have been a touchdown. I thought maybe he caught the ball. Timeout taken by Philly. I think they want the NFL to look at this. But now all of this has happened because of that 3rd and 14 conversion. Oh, I got some gourmet chocolate in here. We got Michael in the chat. Brown should have had that. Yeah, that was a game-altering play right there. 3rd and 1, they're gonna run it up the middle, first down. The Rams have no answer. And I don't know if you guys are noticing it, but Saquon Barkley is hurting. He's not injured, but there is something going on. I want to get some more info. 1st and 10, 35 seconds left, and they're going to just throw it. And it looks like they got Fisk back in the game, which is really important when it comes to stopping the run for the Rams, and they've had no answer. And the Eagles call timeout here. The Rams still have 3 timeouts. I would have liked to see McVay call his timeout right when they picked up that 3rd and 14. I would have liked McVay to call his timeouts. I think the defense would have played better. I think they would have had a much better chance of getting the ball back with time. Now they're looking at going into halftime with those timeouts. Here's a sack. Oh, the ball's out. It's on the ground. Gainwell recovers it. Timeout. They're going to let the clock run. Is this going to be the last play? This is going to be the last play. Holy crap. No, timeout. Philly calls the timeout. Hail Mary. Man, good job on Gainwell being able to jump on this ball. A lot of times they jump on the ball and it squirts out. A clean recovery there. Looks like they're going to try a Hail Mary. 3rd and 21. This will be the final play. Final play here. And timeout Rams. Now, I thought you can't call a timeout after a timeout. I thought that was a rule. Okay, so Barkley, I knew there was something going on. We're hearing from Melissa Starks right now that it's his left hand and his wrist. So sounds like something he can play through. Something that won't affect his running. But if he gets hit in that wrist, it might be hard for him to not fumble the ball, depending on how much pain that wrist is in. So we'll see if that ends up playing a factor in this one. 3rd and 23. Here's your A.J. Brown Hail Mary. Maybe a screen. Barkley's not even in the game. And Hurts. And gets sacked. And that will be the end of the first half. 10-13. The Rams receiving the ball with a chance to take the lead to start the second half. And I think if you're a Rams fan, you got to be happy with the way your team fought. The Rams open the second half with the ball. Eagles lead 13-10. And that last drive was just kind of bad on both parties. I mean, Sirianni, his use of timeouts, I thought were terrible, and I thought the same thing about McVay. I felt like both teams just didn't want it enough. I mean, you run the ball that effective, you're about 10 yards away from field goal range, and yet Sirianni's not being aggressive with his timeouts. And I thought McVay, again, right when they converted that 3rd and 14 on the screen to Saquon, I would have liked to see McVay call all of his timeouts on that drive. I don't think they would have ran the ball for 9 yards a pop had he had done that. And it would have put pressure on the Eagles to throw the ball instead of run it. And maybe even a couple sacks could have happened, but I felt like both teams were just kind of waiting for the other guy to make a move, and ultimately nobody did anything. And I would have liked to see one of the coaches at least make his own decision. A little more assertiveness. But whatever. The Rams, they're just trying to keep this a close game. And I think they're just happy to go into the half down a field goal. They know they get the ball, so and then again, we'll see how banged up that wrist is. Michael said Rodgers should have had 2 interceptions off all Stafford, but he didn't play the ball well enough. Yeah, and one of them, I think he caught, and it was just ripped out of his hands by Demarcus Robinson. Philadelphia should have ran it even more than they did. And the Rams had no answer for it, but they did put Jared Verse in the ball game towards the end of that drive. And I mean, that defense is a completely different defense with him in there. So that's another big injury. I mean, that could be the difference between a win or a loss. So we'll see. Looks like on X, Rams at Eagles is trending. Let's see. Skip Bayless said, I just hope that 20-10 drop by A.J. Brown doesn't loom large through the second half. He can be such a disruptive diva, which is fine as long as he makes plays when it's time. Yeah, well, he does have a point on that. That is a play that A.J. Brown should have had. I mean, he had the ball in his hands and simply dropped it, and that would have been a touchdown. Like, he rolled into the end zone. It would have been a touchdown before he went out of bounds, and this game would be 20-10 right now. They had Jason Kelce in Kansas City yesterday doing the halftime show at his brother's game. I think a lot of people would have rather seen him here in Philly, but this game is being ran by NBC instead. So you got Rodney Harrison, who's been with NBC for what, 15 years now? Chris Sims on the field as well. He runs what is his podcast? Pro Football Talk with the other guy that went to he was a lawyer. I think it's Pro Football Talk, PFT. And here's Josh Allen rolling into the stadium. Same thing with Lamar. Let's see. Let's see what my gym's doing tomorrow. Burn Boot Camp, Hendersonville. Let's see, what's tomorrow's camp? Tomorrow, Monday's protocol. Find my gym. It's going to be a lot of running here in the second half, I think. Philly, 171 rushing yards. They had 314 last time they played the Rams. And they're just the more dominant, physical, better running team. And you saw that on that final drive. So, I mean, the Eagles don't have to get cute. They can dominate the time of possession by running the ball well. And the best chance the Rams have is Braden Fisk playing a good game. So I'm going to see if there's any update on Fisk. The Rams are the first team in more than a decade to have 3 rookies record a sack in a playoff game. Jared Verse has 2. Fisk and Omar Speights all got home in the first half. The last team with a sack from 3 different rookies in one playoff game is the 2013-2014 Patriots. Jamie, a lot of guys you don't know. Chris Jones. Wow. We know Chris Jones, but Jamie Collins and Joe Villano, don't know him. And Jared Verse is going to be one of those guys, man, and Fisk. They're going to be known. 6'4", 260-pound Jared Verse's top speed chasing Saquon Barkley was 21.6 miles an hour. For context, Derrick Henry's 6'3", 250. So 10 pounds less and 1 inch shorter is Derrick Henry. And he had a top speed of 21.7 miles an hour this season. Jared Verse did that chasing Barkley. 21.6 miles an hour. Jared Verse, 6'4", 260 pounds, clocked at 21 miles an hour, 21.6. I mean, this guy is an absolute specimen. Seriously. Can you imagine being 6'4", 260, running 21 miles an hour? I mean, that's absolutely insane. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua touchdowns will feed America if we get it in the second half. Give Puka a reverse. AJ Brown sucks. Puka Nacua sucks. This game sucks. Disagree. Puka Nacua, is he going to get in the end zone in the second half? Let's see what the weather's looking like in Philly. It is 32 degrees, 95% chance of snow, but it's supposed to stop snowing around 7, 6, so it doesn't look like it's snowing right now, which is good for the offense for the Rams because they can run the ball with Kyren Williams, but they need to get Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and their passing game going. Saquon Barkley reached 20.8 miles per hour on a 62-yard run. That's from Next Gen Stats, but I just saw from that's so funny that it said that because the 33rd team said that he reached 21.7 miles an hour. So I don't know how there's 2 different sources for that, but whatever. He was so fast, he made fast guys look not so fast. Kyle, did you see the Commanders gone yesterday? Or game yesterday? I was, man, I got called in. I had some stuff that I needed to take care of, but I did see it, and I was really, really, I mean, I had a feeling the Commanders could have won that game, but I thought the Lions would pull it out at the end, and Commanders just hung on, man. Congrats to the Commanders, and hats off to Dan Quinn, man. I'm Dirty Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan. Nick Sirianni, Eagles' most rushing yards, 171 in the NFL in the first half. They put a stat up there and removed it so fast I couldn't even read it. But it probably was the most rushing yards in the first half in quite a while. Stafford's going to fake the handoff on first down and throw it, and incomplete for Kupp. It looked like might have been something weird at the top of his route. It looked like he might have been pushed. And I think the Rams are getting tired of having their drives get stopped on 3rd and 1. They had good success running the ball on 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, but not so much in short yardage situations. They're going to run it on 2nd and 10 here, and Kyron Williams is going to pick up 2.5. So it's going to be 3rd and 8, just like that. And it seems like an important 3rd down call here. It's not too cold out there. It is snowing, but it's 32 degrees, not 10. So here we go, 3rd and 8. Ball snap. Stafford looking, firing. Caught, but short. That was I think Colby Parkinson. And the Rams are going to have to punt it 3 and out. That is not how you want to come out and start the second half if you're the Rams. You got to call the fake punt. You got to call the fake punt here. It put Lions fans in shock, and me as well. Yeah, that was I don't blame them. And here's the punt. Ooh, came off the leg. Weird. It's going to be caught at the 10, and Cooper DeJean is going to go out of bounds around the 13-yard line, I think. So look at this guy, 77, Becton. Dude, this guy's insane. Look how big he is. I never knew who he was before this game, but I will know who he is from now on. I can guarantee you that. This guy is a freak, dude. 15 starts at right guard this season. He had 0 starts in his previous 4 years with the Jets, and man, he is huge. What is he, 6'8", 300 pounds? Quick throw to Devontae Smith, and he's hit out of bounds immediately. Gain of 6. Jeff Stoutland, Eagles run game coordinator and the offensive line coach. It's going to be a 7-yard gain, and it's going to be 2nd and 3. Saquon Barkley time. They're going to hand it off to him. And they're going to actually lose a couple yards here. And there you go. That is how you get home right there for the Rams defense. They need to play with that type of energy. They need to be able to get in the backfield, shed some of these blocks, and make plays. We'll see if Fisk is going to get involved in the second half or if they're going to have to do it without him. But big 3rd down here, 3rd and 3. Let's see if Hurts runs it himself. And it's going to be a throw inside, incomplete, nobody there. And looks like A.J. Brown was not on the same page of Jalen Hurts there because there was nobody around. And Jared Verse is fired up, man. Look at him. Just a bull rush. And you talk about one guy just disrupting an entire game. That is what Jared Verse is doing. He's like putting the Rams on his back and saying, let's go. Let's go back home for the conference championship game. This is going to be returned, and that was kind of messed up how he held his legs after the tackle and then threw him. Good job by the Rams not overreacting to it and getting a 15-yard penalty because That would have pissed me off. So 3 and out by both offenses. We start the game with a touchdown and a touchdown. Hasn't been a lot of scoring since. Quinion Mitchell has been ruled out for the rest of the game with a shoulder. This just in 2 minutes ago from Ian Rappaport. This is a huge injury. The rest of the secondary is going to need to step up. And for the Rams, they have a serious opportunity right now to capitalize on one of the main defensive players for the Eagles being out. They should be able to have more success running the ball and throwing the ball with Quinion Mitchell being officially ruled out. Wow. That is a huge play or a huge injury. Wow. And if you're an Eagles fan, man, you're just hoping your defense can hold on. Wow. That's a big injury, man. Quinion Mitchell. Whew. I mean, when you think of Quinion Mitchell and everything that he has done this year for the Eagles, it's the same thing with the Rams with Fisk and Jared Verse. I mean, these rookies have gotten so much better every single week. Wow. Rams first down. They're going to hand it off. Kyron Williams, patient, cuts it back, crossing the 30, a gain of 6. There was nothing there in the beginning of the play, but a little bit of patience, and he's able to turn that into something. Reed Blankenship able to clean it up. Still haven't heard them say Quinion Mitchell's been ruled out for the production crew. Stafford going deep. Oh, he had Puka Nacua. What happened? Puka. Well, he's like slowing down. Oh my gosh, it's the snow. It was the snow. Oh, 3rd and 4. This is a big third down here. Rams looking. Stafford throwing downfield. Caught. Cooper Kupp caught the ball all the way down to the 45 of the Eagles. Wow. No Quinion Mitchell. This is just a great play by Cooper Kupp. And you got Stafford going to Puka Nacua. He slips and falls, and the next play, Stafford goes to old reliable Cooper Kupp, who comes down with only his 2nd reception on the day. He's got 39 receiving yards. First down is going to be a handoff to Kyron Williams, who is going to stay on his feet to the 20, to the 10, all the way down to the 8-yard line. And the Rams are a touchdown away from taking a 4-point lead on the Eagles. Look at this run by Kyren Williams. Look at the blocking by the offensive line there. That was a huge hole. And then a couple missed tackles. Kyren Williams with a strong run. And the Rams, Puka Nacua in motion. Handoff. Oh, it's on the ground. Kyren Williams able to get back on the ball. Wow, that could have been a disaster, and it already is in a way because it goes from first and 8 on the 8-yard line to second and goal from the 15. Now we're looking at more of a tie ball game unless Stafford can maybe get the ball to Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp in the end zone. Let's see if we can get a play by these guys. Stafford looking to throw. Caught Higbee. And Higbee is only able to get it to the 13-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 13. Ginger said postseason looking crazy. Chiefs probably should have lost 2. KC said not with 8 sacks in the game. Yeah, the weird part of the KC game was all the drives being continued with the Mahomes penalties. We'll talk about it in our recap, but there was 2 bad ones that were just, one of them, Mahomes didn't even get hit, and they called it. But I felt like the Chiefs definitely were the better team. Stafford looking, buying time, and he's going to get sacked. And now it's going to be a field goal to tie the game here with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Jalix Hunt coming off the edge. Man. 4th and goal. I'm surprised that the kicker here is not clearing a path. Snap. Kick is good. We have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a tie ball game. Huge playoff implications. The Rams win this game. They will host the NFC Championship game, which is crazy. You got to keep in mind when they rested their starters week 18 and Sean McVay said, hey, if we're going to get to the big game, we're going to have to beat these guys anyway. We'd rather be healthy. And the way the chips have fallen, the Rams will end up, if they win today, hosting 2 of their 3 playoff games, with one of them being the most important playoff game, the NFC Championship. 13-13. Wow. Could my prediction come true? Could the Rams pull it off and beat the Eagles? Eagles would host the Commanders next week if they win. Fergie Fur, yeah, I love you long time. All the girls get down on the floor. Ah. Ginger, I have no idea what this means, buddy. Beck's crazy of the Rams find a way I am. Let's see. In with the Lions being all hype and the trade and all that swapping QBs. Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. We'll see. If the Rams win, I mean, they would host the playoff game, but with all the wildfires going on, and we're seeing pictures of it right now, I don't know if the Rams would be able to host or if it would be Arizona again. But if it was the Rams who were able to host that game, I would expect a very emotional home game out of SoFi next week, and this is going to be a touchback. And ladies and gentlemen, coming into the studio is a man is not just my friend, he is also the host and creator of the Only Football podcast, a man whose dick is larger than Dave Chappelle's on his Saturday Night Live skit he did last night, a man who believes Caleb Williams will be the first Bears quarterback to get 4,000 yards passing in a season. It is the one, the only, and the only man worthy of being in this chat, Rick.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Saquon Barkley, first down, gain of 0, and the Rams, man, they have come out with good energy in the second half, specifically as it pertains to stopping the run. Who Philly, I mean, that last drive, they got the ball with 5 minutes left. They end up getting sacked, and on 3rd and 14, they run a screen to Saquon Barkley. They pick up the first down, and then they just ran the ball down the Rams' throat.
Yeah.
They get no points on the drive, but they chew up the entire first half.
Here we go.
You were thinking,
Jalen.
Man, is this what the rest of the game is going to look like? Hurts rolling out, gain of 5, 3rd and 5 coming up. And the Rams have come out and played really good run defense so far in the second half.
Yeah, that was kind of one thing we were talking about Friday where I was like, it's going to be the Saquon show. Like, the passing game right now for the Eagles isn't great. Like, there's still a missing link there. I don't know what's going on. But other than that run for Saquon, yeah, they've been doing a really, really good job.
Yeah, and Rams here given me an opportunity here to call an upset. 3rd and 5 with Hurts and shotgun. Rams showing blitz. They send 4 and back out of it. Hurts looking to throw middle of the field, wide open. Dallas Goedert to the 40 in Rams territory, down to the 35-yard line.
Wide open there. Wow.
Blown coverage somewhere. And let's see. Oh,
slip.
Yeah. And I thought, sometimes with the snow, you'll see players change their cleats. Haven't seen any of that happen yet. Hurts fakes the handoff, bootleg, rolling out to the other side and back to Goddard. And that's going to be an easy gain of 5.
They're going down the field, man. I like it. I was just saying that the passing game is having an issue, but 2 passes in a row, both to Goddard. Positive plays here. Let's see if they can keep the Rams on their heels. Get a touchdown. Go up a score.
2nd and 6. Hurts and shotgun. Barkley in the backfield. He does have a wrist injury. They taped it up. Put a glove over it.
There you go.
Snap. They're going to hand it off. Barkley is going to pick up the first down and a couple extra. I'm wondering.
Show McVay. All right.
I'm wondering if Barkley's going to have a fumble at some point if he gets hit on that wrist.
Does Saquon fumble a lot? I don't think Saquon fumbles that much, just in general, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, it would be an injury thing if it happened. Hurts and shotgun, going to fake the throw, take a shot to the end zone up top. It is incomplete. Opportunity to be intercepted, but falls harmlessly to the ground.
Yeah, you had two Rams defenders there. One was going for it. You saw that, and the other one just kind of bumped into him. Similar to what I felt like what Goff was sort of into last night, which, by the way, dude, Lions out of it. Craziness.
Yeah, man, there was a weird feeling with that game, and I still couldn't pull myself to just call the Commanders win.
Yeah,
But
feel that.
there was a weird thing with that one. 2nd and 10, and they're going to set up a screen to Goddard, and he's got blockers. He's down
There
to
you
the
go.
10, inside the 10, down to the 3.
Oh, close.
Woo!
At the 3-yard line. Good play calling here, and then just give it a Saquon up the middle. Oh, let's see what the flag is.
Oh! Illegal man
no!
downfield. So this happens sometimes with the screen. The screen is a play all about timing, and as much as Becton has been amazing this whole season, but especially in today's game, he was too far downfield before the ball was thrown. And
damn,
this is a guy that was with the Jets for the last 4 years and had 0 starts. And so typically a guy in his 5th year, you wouldn't be talking about inexperience, but that is the case with him.
Yeah,
Still
there
kind
he
of
is.
a rookie.
Yeah, three yards from that extra yard that they give him, but
huge
rough
penalty.
call.
Hurts shotgun, looking to throw, steps up into the pocket, and it's going to be a sack lunch. No. Oh, no, Hurts is down.
Uh-oh, he's getting back up. Oh, shit.
And it looks like it has something to do with a leg or an ankle, maybe a groin.
Oh, it looked like his left leg bent back, his foot bent back as he was getting tackled.
And check out his groin here with that right there, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it could be a lot of things. He stayed on the field. We'll see if it affects his mobility. He's already got, I think, 67 rushing yards. 3rd and 17, and they're just going to hand it off to Barkley and call it a field goal.
Yeah. Has I know the Eagles have 2 field goals already with a touchdown. Has it been a little shaky with Jake Elliott kicking the ball, or not really?
I mean, there was missed extra point, but he did.
So they've had 2 touchdowns. I thought it was 2 field goals.
Yeah, because Barkley got one, and Hurts got a 50-yard rushing touchdown.
Oh, okay.
44-yarder is good. Good. Wow.
Damn.
Just squeaked in there. Elliott has the most misses, 9 missed field goals this season of his career. And it does feel like one of these kickers is going to have a real important kick in the 4th quarter.
Close. This game is close right now. We'll update the ticker here. We got Rams with 13, Eagles at 16 points. Should be 17.
Yeah.
Should be 17.
Should be 17. I do got the ticker updated here on the bottom.
Oh, nice.
The ticker. So we got our potential matchups. You know, Buffalo or Baltimore doesn't matter. They're going to Kansas City. And then this game's more interesting because with Philly winning, they would host the Commanders, but the Rams could host the playoff game, the NFC Championship, if they're able to win today. I mean, if I would have told you before the playoffs started that the Rams would be hosting the NFC Championship game, you would have said, dude, what the hell are you smoking?
I wish I was high on pot news. What is this?
But that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, that's true. When I was doing the first half stream of the Lions game yesterday, I was like, pregame, I was like, it's a tall task for the Commanders. And then they were going back and forth, and I was like, I can't believe this is happening, because Kyle and I were like, the Lions are inevitable. They're going to host the NFC Championship game. They're probably going to the Super Bowl, and then it was just back and forth between those two teams, and I was in shock. I was honestly in shock this whole time.
Yeah, dude, it was when you make predictions like we do every single week, there's like, I was telling my trainer this right before our stream on Friday. I told him, I said, there are certain times where you just get these gut feelings and you can't even back it up with analytics. But I told him, I said, I feel like Baltimore Buffalo is a toss up. I don't have like a gut on that. And then I said, the Eagles and Rams game, I think, will be a very close game. I took the Rams +7, but I think I took the Rams to upset the Eagles as well. And then I said the Commanders game, though, is the one game where I'm like, I'm really feeling something weird with that game. I said, I'm not saying I wasn't bold enough to say they're going to win, but I'm like, I wanted to so badly, and I just couldn't. I couldn't get myself to do it. And I'm like, dude, when you make predictions as much as we do, your gut is wrong sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking my gut was going to be wrong with this Commanders game, and that I was just like, stop it, just knock it off. Like, But when I saw that, man, I was still shocked. Like I like pulled it up on my phone and I was like, man, I mean,
it's crazy, right?
It is crazy, but it's also like, also not crazy. It's both.
The way they did it, yeah. You look at it now and you're like, that was not crazy at all the way they did it. Oh.
Higbee, first down. It's going to be a drop, and with the snow coming down, let's see what Melissa Stark is going to say here about Hurts. It's his left knee.
Oh.
Immediately met by the head athletic trainer, and he is still in the medical tent right now. So Quinyon Mitchell's been ruled out with a shoulder injury. This would be a huge one too, and that's been the theme of the postseason this year.
Yeah.
Second and 10. You're going to hand it off here, and a good run here by Kyron Williams, a gain of 7. And that's been what the Rams have really gotten all their points off of, have been these 7-yard runs on first or second down. And it's funny because the Eagles have been great at stopping the run on 3rd and 1. But on 2nd or 1st and 10, they've given up 7 yards, 8 yards a handful of times.
Oof. I'm gonna come out of the stream here in a bit. I'm gonna restart my internet. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. 3rd and 2 here. Little motion from Kupp. Blitz picked up nicely. And Puka Nacua, he dropped it. He had it in his hands, and he dropped the ball. And Puka Nacua has been wildly unreliable today. He is just not having a good game whatsoever. Damn, that is a bad one. Blitz picked up well. Ball placed perfectly. And Puka Nacua just dropped the ball, and now the Rams have to punt it. And this is really just crushing for the Rams. Punt. Ooh, looked like it almost got blocked. Oh, it's going to take a good bounce here, and it's going to get stopped at the 4-yard line. So there wasn't a ton of time for the Rams offensively. And here's Hurts. Okay, so Hurts is coming out on the field, throwing the ball. I was going to say there wasn't a ton of time for Hurts to get any kind of treatment, but Hurts does run back out onto the field. Whew. Man. There's let's see. Man, Puka Nacua dropping that ball. That felt like a real important one. You're trying to pick up a first down right there, and man. See if the defense can force a turnover here. You can tell Puka Nacua is cold. That's what people are saying. I mean, the weather is clearly affecting the Rams offense right now, and I can't say enough why a win would be so huge for the Rams, because even if they did have to go to Arizona to play their home game, just getting that offense back in a dome would be the Rams' best opportunity to win. And that's what would happen if they could pull this one off. Liam in the chat, he said hopefully Jalen Hurts is okay. He was on the field throwing balls right before the commercial break, so Hurts is fine. Hurts is going to come back in the game. And look, this is the time where you got to go, Saquon Barkley, hey, do that thing that you do where the game's close and you just go on a 70-yard rushing touchdown and end up with 2 rushing touchdowns and 200 rushing yards. With it snowing and the just type of game it is, and now Hurts being a little bit injured or hurt, I should say. Hurts is hurt. Maybe the doctor has ordered a Saquon Barkley takeover. He slid down last week against the Packers, a chance to score a touchdown and get a bunch of yards. It's not about the numbers for Barkley. It's about a Super Bowl ring. And perhaps he's the guy that they're going to lean on here. Hurts has a brace on his left knee now. He started warming up, threw a couple passes, trying to stay loose, threw a brace on the left leg, and there's the leg brace. You got a zoomed-in look at of the brace. Let's see if it affects his mobility, because the Rams have been able to get their pass rush home. 2nd and 6, Hurts in shotgun. Ball snap. Hurts looking to throw, and it's going to be a safety! Rams! In Jalen Hurts goes down in the end zone.
What? Oh my God. Was that Mailata who just got bull rushed?
They've been dialing up the blitz all day, and man, for Jalen Hurts, man, wow. You got all of that room. You got to get this ball to Saquon Barkley. You got to hit your check down. You cannot allow yourself to backpedal 13 yards and then take a sack. If you're going to backpedal that far, you need to get rid of your ball to your check down. Barkley was your check down option. He was there. He just didn't get his head turned.
Jesus, I can't believe this.
And now the Rams are down 1 point, and it's time to update the motherfucking ticker. Because of Jalen Hurts? Question mark.
Jalen Hurts? Question mark. But Liam's got a good point. This is a momentum shifter right now with 20 plus seconds left in the third quarter. I mean, like you said, the Rams are down 1. They're getting the ball back here on a punt or kickoff, technically. This could be where Sean McVay takes advantage and gets ahead.
Yep. I'm telling you, the Rams are going to win this game, guys.
Wow.
Rick's like, shut up. No, they're not.
Where would they host a game? Because they can't go back to LA. I think they'd have to go back to Arizona, maybe.
Well, I was looking at it. We'll talk about it. Here is going to be the kickoff return, and what you need here for the Rams is you need Puka Nacua to kind of get his head out of his ass a little bit.
Yeah.
Nakua is just not doing it today, man. I mean, there was like a 40-yard, like normally would just be a completion and he just lost his
Yeah.
footing. He just dropped it on 3rd and 4, ended the
Oh, yeah, the
drive.
last one? Yeah.
They need their best players to step up, and maybe Cooper Kupp's your guy if you're Stafford. I mean, I don't know if
Yeah.
he's running out of chances for
We even
Stafford.
saw Higbee drop one too.
Yeah. First down's going to be a handoff to Kyron Williams, and there's going to be what I was talking about, those 7-yard 1st and 10 gains. Somehow, this is something that the Eagles, if they win today, need to address. Their first down run defense has been very bad. As good as they have been in short yardage situations, I don't know what it is. Maybe the Rams are a very high percentage throwing team on 1st and 2nd down, so they just game plan that way. And the Rams just were like, actually, this week we're going to run it on our early downs.
I was gonna say generally you're banking on Stafford here to really get a lot of the chunk yardage plays. But you were mentioning it earlier with Puka and Higbee's dropping passes, and there's not really much confidence at this point in the pass game. I mean, yeah, it's Kyron Williams getting those 7 yards and trying to get those dump offs. Just move the ball, get those first downs too.
Yeah, and you got see NFL team passing play percentage. The Rams are 16th, so 56% of their plays have been passes. But it's interesting, like Cleveland was number 1 this year. Cincinnati was 2, the Raiders, the Jets, Seattle, Dallas, the Giants, Chicago, Carolina. A lot of teams that are playing from behind pass the ball the most. And when you look at the bottom of the league, you get NFL's best. Look at this: Philadelphia, Baltimore, Buffalo, Washington, and Green Bay.
Like percentage in terms of passing?
Yeah, those are the lowest passing teams. So 4 of the 5 lowest passing percentage teams are still in the freaking playoffs. And that's why I always say running the football travels, whatever you want to say, into January football. That's not a coincidence that the best running football teams are still playing ball. Besides Green Bay, all the other are still in it.
Yeah, and you got to look too at like you said, the Raiders, the Bears, like lack of running game, especially running back, big name running backs. It hurts you, and that's why you're passing more. Because the Raiders, for example, who'd they have? They had a rookie. They had Alexander Madison, I think. It's just like they got nobody. The Bears, DeAndre Swift would have good games and then have really terrible games, and you can't count on Roschon Johnson to be a 3-down back, So a lot of these guys, and you talked about the Ravens and the Eagles being the bottom 5 in terms of passing, how many passes they have per game, and they've got Saquon and they've got Derrick Henry. So these guys are just like getting those first downs and those 1st and 2nd down runs, and they've got elite backs there. Like 2 years removed from everybody saying running back is not a premier position too.
Balance is everything when you get to the playoffs, and credit the Rams because they've found a way to stay balanced in this game, and that's probably what's got them 1 point away.
Fumble.
Second.
Eagles.
Gonna hand it off here, and oh my God, the ball's on the ground. Eagles pick it up, and he's running it back 30, 20. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Another momentum shift, and Kyron Williams takes his helmet off in frustration.
So you had me pause mine, but now you're ahead of me.
No,
so I'm just going to fast forward mine.
I had paused mine. I was like, let me know when they show Sean McVay.
I see him taking off his helmet and banging it on his knee, it looks like. And now Snow Angel.
Now? Oh, okay, so now you're ahead of me.
Okay. So
I hate how this happens.
Let me know when you see the offense on the field. I
Okay.
haven't gotten there yet. Okay, I see him.
Offense.
Okay.
Sweet.
First in goal, Hurts is going to be in shotgun. Snowflakes look extra thick here.
Thick.
Handoff, Barkley up the
Saquon.
middle, down to
Oof.
the 1 yard line.
Oof.
And pending a miracle, Philly's going to score a touchdown, and it'll be really interesting what they decide to do. A 2-point conversion would make it a 9-point game.
Yeah.
Or do they just take the 8-point lead? There's already been one missed extra point, so there's a lot to decide. Second and goal, Hurts, handoff, Barkley, this time stuffed.
Stuffed in the
That's
backfield
a hit
there.
and a half.
Yeah. He tried to get through him. You saw he put his shoulder down. He tried to get through him, and Roseboom just stopped him.
What's funny though is that if he would have hit Hurts just like that, it would have been helmet to helmet.
Yeah. That was such a. We were on that stream, and I was like, I can't believe they called that. That one was a little bit ridiculous.
Which one?
The exactly right. Which one?
Third and goal.
Third and goal.
Huge third down. Handoff. Barkley.
Oh,
short. Wait.
They're calling it
Touchdown.
They're calling touchdown. Oh, there's some jawing back and forth.
Yep. Barkley's doing a lot of talking.
Ooh.
Elbow down. He's short.
Let's
I thought he
see
was short on first. My first just natural view. I thought he was short. What do you think?
It looked like the ball was across when the elbow came down. That's not a very great angle there. The
angle.
first one, right?
There's the angle. Down
there.
Right.
Where's the
there.
ball?
I think he's short.
I think he might be inches short. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not.
I'm surprised they just 3 straight runs. I mean, I'm not too surprised, but a little bit surprised that those 3 straight runs.
I mean, when you have Barkley,
mm-hmm.
I guess you're just like, let's not get too cute here.
Yeah, that's true, and that's kind of something that I wish that I was like, Bears, stop getting cute. Give it to the Roshan. Give it to this guy. Run the ball 3 fucking times. So yeah, you're right.
But what's huge about this call is
huge.
I think it's going to be overturned, but then it's 4th down. So they would go for it. There's no way they're not going for it. But that's
especially right
Jalen
there.
Hurts.
Yeah,
but
100%.
He's got a knee injury, so
and the wrist was Saquon, right?
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna. I don't think that's gonna like play a factor with Saquon, but I'm interested in the touch push call with the knee.
That one is huge, unless they decide to do like who's their backup? Their backup quarterback?
Oh,
Pickett?
You know what? That's what I think. Who does that? Where they audible their tight end to do the tush push?
Oh, I've seen a couple teams do that actually. I've seen a couple teams do that. And what was interesting was the Commanders yesterday on a 4th and 1 early in the game. It was like their first drive. They brought in Mariota with Jaden Daniels. And they motioned. Mariota came under center. And obviously it was a big mess of a play, and we talked about it on the stream. But that would also kind of be something that I think would work. Because the tush push works with Jalen Hurts. It's the same offensive line. It's Saquon. It's the same tight ends. Like, try it with Kenny Pickett because, like you said, he's dealing with the knee right now, but you still want to score a touchdown.
Yeah. This is going to be a huge call, man.
Short.
call is
Oh, my
reversed,
God.
and it is, I would say, decision time, but I bet the Eagles already made it. We just need to see
Yeah.
what it is.
He
Offense
was
is on the
short
field.
literally by an inch. He is short by an inch.
Can you trust Hurts, though?
There you go.
Here's
And it's
the
going to be
tush push.
Hurts. And a flag.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh,
It's
no.
gonna be on the Eagles. They're gonna have to kick a field goal.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
5-yard penalty on Lane Johnson.
Oh my gosh. They never called this, but this is when you line up over the ball. Oh no, he flinched. I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
I didn't really see Lane Johnson move.
Where?
Oh, there it was. There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Little butt.
Yeah. He kind of just like stuttered a bit. Yeah. Oh my God. You go from touchdown to 3 points.
Wow. And now
That
Jake
sucks.
Elliott got his guys clearing the path for him. I was saying when the Rams kicked their last field goal, I was like, they didn't do that. And I was wondering why. It looks like the wind is blowing in his face. Hard to see.
Yeah.
It is supposed to be a chip shot, but no such thing in this weather. Here we go. Snap, hold,
And
kick
it's good.
is good. And it is
Nice.
19-15. Kind of a weird score here because it makes overtime highly unlikely. Now let's see. If the Rams score a touchdown, they would go up by 2. I think they would go for the 2-point conversion to try to take a 3-point lead, right?
Yeah. You can't even see the ball as it's kicked. It's so thick.
Jeez.
Wow,
And
good job with the holder there.
if you're a Philly fan, like you just couldn't ask for a better time for the snow to really start coming down with the Rams coming back out on offense needing a touchdown.
Dude, if the Eagles come out with the win, the NFC Championship is an NFC East showdown
Yeah.
between Commanders and Eagles. And I think they were 1-1 in the regular season, right?
Yeah, the Commanders won, but you got to keep in mind, or the Eagles, I think they won them both. Wait, no, they were 1-1, but the one the Eagles lost, Kenny Pickett was the quarterback.
That's right, because they came back later in that fourth quarter.
Yep.
After
And
Jalen
Jaden
Hurts was
Daniels
out.
had like 5 turnovers in that game.
Oh, yeah, and they still ended up winning. God damn.
Yeah. It was a weird game all around. It's 30 degrees, which is like, I mean, it's not cold compared to being in the teens. Like, I always tell people, like, the difference between 10 degrees and 30 degrees is massive when it comes to catching the football.
And especially when you've had multiple single-digit degree weather, too, that 30 degrees feels like summertime.
Uh-oh. And a good kick return here. Why don't they have a tool invented that is the size of the field that just shovels the whole field at one time yet? Like, why don't we have the technology?
Even better, like a thing that is the size, like of the width of the length of the field, or the width of the field, and it heats, like it just creates heat, almost like a heater, like a small heater, and you just drag it across, and it gets rid of all the snow.
Well, that's what Lambeau Field is. It's got a water heating system underneath the field.
Oh, nice.
1st and 10, handoff, and this is going to be another good first down gain. Yeah, so it's what's funny about their name, the Frozen Tundra. But they had a water cooling system underground with like these pipes and stuff, and before that they had something else. But I guess they keep the field at the optimal temperature for grass to grow. I think it's 72 degrees or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should crank it up. Snow would melt on impact.
Oh, gets destroyed in the backfield.
Oh, man. Just taken down in the backfield.
And Nick is correct. The difference between 10 degrees and 30 degrees is, in fact, 20 degrees. You are correct, Nick.
It's a big difference. I mean, like the difference between, I guess, 60 degrees and 80 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
I
Light
think
sweater.
I think it's when it comes to just catching because the football turns into like a concrete rock in the 10-degree temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Huge 3rd and 9. Hard to see right now. Stafford, does he have a magic moment in him? 3rd and 9 over the middle. Caught!
Wow.
Puka Nakua. Nope, that's Robinson,
Robinson, yeah.
who's had a really clutch catch that led to 3 points earlier.
He had someone
Look at
going down
almost.
into his face, and Stafford just makes the throw to Robinson. Great throw and catch.
Was that tipped?
No, I don't think so. Not that I saw from the replay, at least.
Ooh, that was damn close.
Yeah.
1st and 10, 11:20 to go. Ball snap, fakes the handoff. Stafford looking, and he's hit. It's going to be ruled incomplete. Rolls out of bounds anyway.
Damn.
2nd and 10.
Oh, hits the hand.
But I think the arm was moving forward.
Yeah. And the ball had forward momentum, too, so I think that would be an easy call regardless.
2nd and 10 here. Rams, a touchdown is the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of time.
Let me know when they snap.
And snap. Stafford quit. Oh, my gosh.
Oh!
And it's incomplete.
Wow.
And Puka's like, dude, you guys blew the whistle, and this guy just hit me anyway.
Yeah.
Why do they keep getting away with that?
Bond there on the breakup, somebody that you mentioned during our Friday stream, they're causing the breakup, one of the better free agents pickups by the Eagles in the offseason.
A late penalty comes in, 5 men in the backfield, penalty was declined, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, Bond has been playing at a really high level. And if I remember, he signed only a 1-year deal. So he's definitely going to be a priority this offseason. And a massive down coming up for the Rams, 3rd and 10. Higbee is going to be the guy that they're going to want to go to, I think. Ball snap, Stafford looking, pressure coming, and the ball's on the ground, and the Rams have it. The Rams have it.
Eagles
have it, I mean.
Wow. Oh, sack.
Wow.
Lunch. Fumble. Nom, 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 nom.
This is crazy because if the Eagles get held to a field goal here, a touchdown would tie the game.
Yeah.
Wow. We might actually get overtime.
Oh, my God. And the Eagles brought the pressure immediately. Everybody was covered. Even with minimal guys there in the secondary, the Eagles are able to cover those wide receivers. Stafford did not have much time, nor did he have any options to go with the ball. That's great pressure put on at the right time.
Got to keep the ball in his hands, and he knows it. And you're looking for the defense to bail you out here. I mean, as far as throwing the ball, there's not much in this weather that you can do. You would think that you're going to just get a heavy dose of running. How will the Rams do defensively?
Thank you. Thanks for this NBC score bug letting us know where they're at in the field, and they're at the 38 of the Rams.
Yeah, 38 of the Rams. So, I mean, not in field goal range, in my opinion. I know that it's within range, but I just don't think that's a realistic field goal right now.
No, not with the weather conditions the way they were at. You saw that Elliott, even on that like chip shot, had to really put some force into it and kind of a low trajectory as he hit that last field goal. So, yeah, it would be rough for him, and especially with the way Elliott's been struggling. I mean, some regular season games he was missing extra points and field goals.
2nd and 8, Rams need to play defense, fakes the handoff, rolls out, Hurts throws it down to Barkley, and he rolls out of bounds. And kind of hard to see where the sideline is right now, but I think they have that covered up. At least it looked like I saw black. I guess that's where the out of bounds sideline is, where they shoveled that area, doesn't it? Did you see that like black area, gray?
Yeah, they just try to. I guess they kind of shovel down the lines there just to really get the out of bounds marker correct.
3rd and 5, Hurts, handoff up the middle, and it's going to be short. And you got to stop. You can't take a penalty here.
Yeah.
Refs haven't called it on the Eagles, so.
Let the boys play, ref.
Those are some tough bitches.
Those are some tough bitches. I'm glad you kind of brought that up. My wife,
they're going for
a Christmas present, got me tickets to go see Shane Gillis in February live in Seattle.
Dude,
it's gonna be sick.
That is sick. When's your birthday?
June. This is a Christmas present.
Sick. That is sick.
I know. Can't wait.
4th and 4. I think Eagles are gonna snap it and quick throw. Caught. AJ Brown. First down.
Number 1-1 gets the first down. Great quick throw and catch.
I don't understand this for the Rams. You got to be playing the slant.
Yeah, 100%.
How did this happen? I mean, this is every single got-to have it 3-yard situation. The Eagles have done these quick slants to A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
It's not creative. Oh, Barkley trips. And Jared Verse there to, take credit for the tackle and help him up. Dude, Jared Verse is going to be the sack leader of the NFL next year.
He's a problem now as a rookie. He's going to be a problem in the future. And the Rams, I mean, what's his name? Donald retired, and then a couple years later you get Verse, and it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna be fine on the defensive line. This is the Rams definitely know how to draft.
I think it was the first year without him, actually. 2nd and 11, they fake the handoff. Hurts rolling out, now throwing to Devontae Smith. And
wasn't last year the first year without Donald?
I think he retired.
I think it was last year the first year without Donald.
I think he retired before the draft.
Not this past draft. It was last year, because I remember us talking about how the Rams still made it to the playoffs, even with like the defense being a question, and one of those questions being like, who's going to replace Aaron Donald? So I'm pretty sure last year was the first year without him.
March 22nd, 2024, he retired. And then in April, they drafted Jared Verse and Brendan Fitz. So like a couple months after.
Oh, God, I really thought last year was without Donald.
Oh, short on but Rick, I think the reason you remember that is because the year before that, he contemplated retirement.
Yeah.
And then he decided to play for one more year. But
yeah,
I think that's because we were talking about it 2 years ago.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it was.
That's a really good job on the Rams' part. And Braden Fisk has been hurt, but now they feel like, hey, this is a field goal that is much more makeable. The last one was 23-yarder. This is a 37-yarder, so no, not an easy kick, but the snow does look like it died down. Kick is good.
Wow.
And Jake Elliott has come in clutch today. You know, when you're a kicker and you're missing kicks,
that's great.
A little bit of it's mental. But when the weather's this bad, it's like you have an excuse to miss it. And I feel like that takes all the pressure off. And then maybe you can just go out there and be free and go get back to kicking the ball without that war going on mentally. So maybe the weather's in a weird way kind of helping him out.
Yeah, and like you said, missed kicks, and we were talking about earlier about his struggles, even during the regular season too, and how I feel like that was highlighting how much of a problem he may be in the playoffs for the Eagles. Like, you guys might be a bad kick away from continuing in the playoffs or, leaving. So the fact that Sirianni kind of still has that, hey, let's go for it, man. You can do it. I know you can. And here we go. Just instilling that confidence in him for big moments like this and for the rest of the playoffs, especially if they go on to win this game and host the NFC Championship next week.
Yeah, and Stafford has a chance here to go down the snowy field in 6 minutes, throw a touchdown to tie the game. Easier said than done against this Eagles defense and the mood that Bond is in. But this is one of those moments. I mean, you think of like John Elway's helicopter against the Packers. Like you think of the drive, the 99-yard drive. I mean, Stafford trying to get one more ring so he can retire. And the fact that next week would be a home game for the Rams, I think they would. I would probably take the Rams to win. And then next thing you know, they're in the Super Bowl. And it would all come back to this drive right here. Like this would be the drive 10 years from now when you're watching on NFL Network the story of the Rams and Stafford's last improbable Super Bowl. You would go to the snowy game, and this drive right here would be called something. I don't know what they would call it. Let's try to come up with a name here.
Well, as we're doing that, if they score a touchdown, you're Sean McVay.
No.
You tying it or going for two?
You're tying it.
All right.
Yeah, no.
All right. We're convicts. That's why we're convicts, because we go for it.
I think with these weather conditions, you go to overtime. Like it would be one thing Eagles scoring touchdowns on every drive, but I think you like your chances of winning the coin toss, and then even if you don't, you like your chance of getting them to punt a little too well to take that type of a risk. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and the way this defense has been playing too, it's been impressive.
Now Elliott's going to kick it off. Some of these kicks have been just kind of like squib kicks. This one's a really good one, actually.
There we go.
25-yard line, and Matthew Stafford with a chance to cap off what will be a Hall of Fame career, in my opinion. I mean,
so too.
That year he won the Super Bowl, the Rams were kind of like, it wasn't shocking. Man, they made all those moves. This would be a totally different story if they could win it in this type of a year as the 4 seed, and I just can't wait to see what happens.
1st and 10.
Stafford's going to fake the handoff on 1st and 10, and now he's going to
take
a sack lunch.
Lunch!
No.
My God. This defensive line for the Eagles is just getting after Stafford right now. If it's not Jalen Carter, it's Ajomo, it's Bond, it's somebody. And they're doing a really good job. This is kind of what I was talking about. I was like, the Eagles defense is just dominant, and they're showing their dominance right now.
Man, 2nd and 17 now, and unless they run a draw here, and they will, and that's going to be a good job getting the yards back and making 3rd down manageable. I'm surprised the Eagles weren't playing the draw.
Yeah, they've got a lot of confidence, I feel like, in their front 4, and maybe bringing in Bond on a blitz or just like one extra guy. So I don't know, man. The coverage is going to be good. I feel like the coverage is going to continue to be good on the secondary.
At some point, a guy's going to need to step up for the Rams, and the Eagles are showing pressure. I think they might back out of it. Let's see. 3rd and 10. Ball snap. The pressure's there, and it's tipped at the line.
Wow.
They're going to have to punt. It's the right call. If you don't, it's a 2-possession game if they get any points.
Got Crafty in the chat. Shout out Crafty, KC, Ginger, Nick. Ginger saying deeper, but better guts. Ginger, you sick bastard.
You got to keep in mind though that this could be a muffed punt. I mean,
Yeah.
it's snowing. Let's see if the Rams. Oh, that ball looked like it came off the leg weird.
Yeah, big angle there.
Damn.
Yeah. The
I don't.
22?
Man, with the weather, you really want your punter to make them have to catch it, in my opinion. Don't love that punt at all.
I don't know. It's still not a bad one. I mean, the defense, at least you're giving the defense a chance because they've needed big plays. The Eagles have needed big plays to get these first downs. Your defense has been doing pretty well, so I feel like the further back the Eagles are, the better shot you give your defense the way they've been playing to get the ball back here. I forget how much time was left, but it's probably like 5-ish minutes or so.
Yeah.
But
dude, you're supposed to be on my side.
You're supposed to agree with me, you piece of shit.
We talked about this.
You're right. My bad.
Not on stream.
Bad punt.
You disagree with me, you tell me after.
You write a little note, you fold it up, and then you stick it up your ass if you disagree with me.
That's what I tell all my coworkers to do if they got an issue. Okay, you don't like the way that we're doing things? Write it down on a piece of paper, hold it up, and shove it in your ass.
Yeah. This reminds me of like when Kyle and I were in the Navy, and they would tell us, "Hey, you have any complaints? Write it down on a piece of paper, and then here's your complaint box, and it's just a shredder." It's like, there you go. That's where you put it.
Dude, do you remember our shredder when we started the podcast?
Oh yeah, we were gonna put googly eyes on it, right? A muffed pun had to be created by a guy trying to say something to his wife back in the day. I agree. Steve the Shredder.
Steve.
We need to start trending some shit with Steve on the pod.
I will.
Nice. Plot twist. Kyle goes through 5 jobs a month. The fact that they keep hiring him at those same 5 jobs every month is just, it's kind of on the jobs at that point. Oh no, it's Shredder.
You just need a pen.
Kyle, we're going to be shredding a lot of Packers stuff, just so you know. Bye game. Here we go. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles at around the 22-yard line. Their own 22-yard line. Got to get to 32 to get a first down here. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun. Snap. Hands it off. Barkley left side with a hole. First down and more. 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Saquon Barkley. It is now a 2-score game just like that. 78-yard rushing touchdown. Just like that. Wow. Kyle was going to shred the Eagles. Rams win. You got to turn on, Kyle. Wow. There we go. Get that in there. And the extra point is missed again. But they are still up 13 points. It is a 2-score game.
There it goes.
The curse of Kyle lives. Wow. What a run. And that's all it's been, right? Is big runs for touchdowns for the Eagles.
Yeah. Man, I said, I think it was 2 drives ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when you reset your computer, but I was like, Saquon Barkley, I brought up how he slid in the Packers game last week with a chance to score another touchdown. And he was just like,
Oh, yeah, he slid, yeah.
And I was like, man, Barkley only cares about one thing, and it's winning the Super Bowl. And I was like, with the type of weather it is and Hurts being injured, I'm like, this is that moment where you lean on Saquon Barkley and he has another big run and ends up with 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, I'm going to go back and cut this out, and then we're going to play this run, and it's going to be a short.
I love it. And like you said, Saquon has one goal, that's get to the Super Bowl and obviously win the Super Bowl, because with the Giants, he's just had zero chance. So his performance in the playoffs is, I feel like, a lot of pent up frustrations with the teams that he's been on, and he's just like, look, this is who I am, this is who I can be. So I'm gonna show out here on the playoffs, and the Rams are gonna take that kick into the end zone and start off at their own 30, but just impressive stuff.
I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but there is still plenty of time for the Rams. The one thing is that the offense you have no confidence in your offense right now. But you're going to need one of these plays that the Eagles just had. I mean, and then all of a sudden it's like 1 possession game, 2-minute warning, 3 timeouts. Like, you just got to stay focused if you're the Rams and get a touchdown. It's time for a big play. Stafford's clutch. Here's a throw on first down, and Puka Nacua is going to catch this one, and he's going to get tackled at midfield. This is huge. They're at midfield in one play.
4:22 and counting.
Plenty of time. And Stafford, one of the best in the game in this situation. 1st and 10, great time, great protection. Throw, caught. Oh, Robinson dropped it.
Oh.
Off the hands of Isaiah Rodgers.
I was going to say, was it behind Robinson and it was almost intercepted then?
It's a weird camera angle, because the way I saw it was Demarcus Robinson dropping the ball, but I guess I trust they got a better view than me. They're at midfield in a box.
Wow, 10 targets and only 4 receptions for Nacua. Exactly what you were saying earlier about just missed opportunities with him.
Yeah. 2nd and 10, Stafford going to throw it to the corner, caught. And that is going to be another first down, and he got out of bounds in under 5 minutes. That stops the clock at 4:02.
There you go. Chunk plays.
And if you're a Rams fan, you're saying, where was this? Or a 4:02. Ball snap, Stafford going downfield. Off the fingertips of that Blankenship. Ooh, Robinson. We got an Eagle down.
Oh, no.
They're already down Cooper DeJean. Or, I'm sorry, Quinion Mitchell. One of them. I can't remember which one. I think it's Cooper DeJean.
Number 14?
Oh, no, DeJean's in it. Quinion Mitchell's out. Rodgers just got hurt.
Rodgers. Yeah. And Ginger, there's the Ravens-Bills later tonight. Yeah.
So this is a good time to attack the secondary. Stafford loading up, firing, caught. Red zone. Red zone,
just like that.
Tutu Atwell, who has actually come up clutch in a lot of big games. I think the one against the Seahawks, he had a big catch. This drive, Stafford 3 for 5, 51 yards. He's going to throw it again. Out of bounds is Parkinson. And
3:32.
This is exactly what the Rams needed. They are completely in this game. They're going to need their defense to get a 3 and out. And they're going to have an opportunity if they can score here. I really do think they're going to have a chance.
Yeah, and it's felt like 6 positive plays in a minute and 20 seconds later, and here they are in the red zone.
Cooper Kupp over the middle.
Wow.
Spinning and turning down to the 2-yard line. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. And let's see what the call is here.
This is where the struggles with the Eagles happens, is in this fourth quarter.
God dang it. What do you
Got
not
him.
understand about short yardage situations have not been on the table for you this game?
Wow. Eagles defense coming up clutch there. Back at the 4-yard line. They're trying to hurry it up here. Let's see, it's Stafford. Oh, and a pass
That was early.
incomplete.
He took his hand.
Yeah.
That's not early. And now Higbee's hurt. I don't know.
Oh,
I felt
no.
like Higbee lost his hands before the ball.
Maybe, yeah.
Now Higbee, it's really hard to, the injuries you deal with when you got players trying to run full speed without any actual stability. It's not good on the ligaments. 3rd and goal, biggest third down of the game. Stafford and shotgun.
Left.
Let's see if they go to the end zone here. Stafford, middle, touchdown!
Ooh.
Parkinson!
Rams, touchdown.
Parkinson.
There it is. You go for one here.
Extra point here. Of course, this is crazy. I didn't realize it, but is it really 21-28 now? Or did
it's
they
going to be if they make this extra point?
They messed up.
If they make this extra point,
score. They just put
no. If they make this extra point, it's 22-28.
Oh,
because they had 15.
I thought it was going to tie it.
Yeah, no, it's if they can score a touchdown on the next offensive drive and hit the extra point to win it. And
wow,
it's good. Yep, there we go.
They got 4 opportunities to stop the clock. The 2-minute warning. They got 3 timeouts, 2:48. You know the Eagles are going Barkley. The Rams are going to get the ball, and this is interesting because obviously a field goal is no good, but a touchdown would actually win the football game for the Rams, and they could walk out of here with a 1-point victory, and it would be shocking that they were down 13 points with a little over 2 minutes left.
4.5. Yeah. And the Eagles right now on this next drive, you've got to get in a field goal range. You got to get into field goal range as much as possible. Get that field goal at minimum. Obviously, try to take off as much time as you can. You get the field goal, it's 31. They go for a touchdown, and even if they get the 8, they're going to be down 1, 31-30. So Eagles at least have to get a field goal here and limit the Rams to as little time as possible as well.
Yeah, and there's just nobody better in the game right now, arguably, than Stafford at exactly what you're asking of him. This is what he does.
Here's a kickoff. Great kick into the end zone. Eagles' next offensive series is going to start at the 30. Kyle, we got a fucking game on our hands, brother.
We do. 2:48. So they're going to run one play, and they're going to have to run a second play before the 2-minute warning. I don't know if you're McVay. I think Barkley looks like he's limping too.
Did he?
He looked like he was limping a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're McVay, if you burn that first time out. If they pick up 5 yards on first down, I think you let it go down because they're going to have to snap it again on second down. 2-minute warning will stop it, and then third down, if they pick it up, you got all 3 timeouts. First down's going to be a run, and it's going to be a gain of 3.
And Rams timeout. There you go.
The Rams are going to do the timeouts here. So, interesting decision. I think if I'm McVay, I think I let the clock run there, and then the 2-minute warning would go after second down. Third down, if they pick it up, you got 3 timeouts. So I like having those as a security blanket. But the Rams are putting all their chips in the middle of the table right here.
Yep. They're confident in their defense right now that they can at least get them to a 2-minute warning punt to get the ball back with those 2 minutes left.
Honestly, if they're going to go this route, we're not even going to get close to the 2-minute warning. I mean, we're looking at 2.5 minutes where they would punt it.
Yeah.
If all they go
goes
run,
well
run,
here,
run.
yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Second and 7.
Hurts in shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff, roll out. They're going to pass it. It's a sack at the 20.
Oh! Sack!
Oh my God!
Lunch!
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom, 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 nom.
It's
Wow.
a sack.
Oh,
And
no.
everything is possible. Time out. Why did the clock run all the way down
my
to 2:34?
God.
Why didn't that timeout not get called immediately? They must have to put more time back on the clock.
No idea.
Was that an immediate timeout? That play, I mean, okay, 2:39.
I think so.
What was that? That play didn't feel like it lasted 15 seconds to me. All right.
Maybe it did.
Well, now it's third and
No, that
19.
was 5 seconds. That was about 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they put 5 seconds back. Okay.
Oh, got
Thanks for
it.
that, Crafty.
Okay.
3rd and 19.
Third
Oh, no.
And 19. And they're just going to run it, I think. Ball, handoff, Barkley. And Barkley is going to pick up 8 or 9, 4th and 10. Rams are going to burn that timeout, 2.5 minutes, and they're going to punt it.
Wow. Lil Lee, we're Eagles about 33 seconds left. This is a wild last few minutes of this game.
Does Matthew Stafford have a vintage moment in him?
I think so, man. With as much success as he's had that last drive, I think I don't know, because if you're the Eagles, like, do you want to continue to play aggressive and blitz them and give up the possibility of a big play, but you can't just let them go down the field, the Rams, like they did on that last drive. You just can't do that.
This is going to be wild. And they stay away from the ball, and it's going to roll to the 18-yard line. That's not a factor. I mean, they have all the time in the world.
Wow.
Ideally, you got to make that catch. I mean, that catch, yeah, I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but that's like 20 yards. And right now, he's getting talked to. He's like, you got to make that catch. You got to make that catch. And he was so worried, man, that he was going to muff it. He just ended up staying away from it completely. I mean, it is what it is, but that's not what. Oh, first down. Here we go. Stafford, throw, caught, and Parkinson's going to catch it. Good first play of the drive. And let's see if they
right
can
around
get
the
it
23-yard line.
Before the 2-minute warning, they will. 2:07 left, and it snaps. Stafford looking to throw over, caught. Cooper Kupp. 2-minute warning, exactly at 2 minutes, and wow.
So they've got a first down at around the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left. They had plenty of success on that last drive, and it's already been just 2 plays, 2 positive plays for a first down. Dude, this is getting to crunch time. And if you're an Eagles fan, you're hating every second of this right now.
Yeah, it doesn't get. I mean, as far as like the Eagles, if they lose this game, I don't think it gets any more crushing than having a 13-point lead when there was 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and you end up losing that game. I mean, that's what I was trying to say. When Barkley scored that touchdown, I was like, I know it doesn't feel like it, but if the Rams can drive down and score a quick touchdown, like, this is a ball game. And it seemed like a big ask because the Rams, man, they weren't getting any points. And all of a sudden, Stafford, he went into that mode he goes into. And I expect him to do it here. I mean, I really think Stafford is like the perfect guy in this situation, minus the snow.
He can, and one of the things too about this team coming into Philly, which is like something that is, I feel like is always said, is like the warm weather team in SoCal, getting used to that nice weather, and then playing in Arizona their last game. It's like, how well are they going to do in this extremely cold environment? And they've both been struggling. This is supposed to be like Eagles weather in a sense, and both teams have been struggling. But here in crunch time, I mean, Stafford is killing it, and the Rams offense in general, they are protecting him. They're making sure there's no pressure coming to Stafford, even with that really good front four of the Eagles. And they're giving him that time, and he's getting rid of the ball quick and, efficiently. He's got nothing but positive plays right now. So this has been a really good last few minutes of this game, and I don't know, man. I'm banking on the Eagles defense to hold them, but this can be a Rams lead here in just a couple minutes.
The Eagles have lost almost every game this year in this situation, and we were talking about the Commanders game where they had the walk-off touchdown. Yeah. The Eagles defense has been good, but the one area they've been bad is exactly this. They need a stop. A touchdown wins the game. The Eagles have lost their games in that fashion. So here we go. Stafford 1st and 10. Gonna throw it over the top. Oh! Almost intercepted.
Oh, DeJean almost came up with it.
Wow. 2nd and 10.
Oh, Cooper DeJean had it. That was it. That was game.
Well, they would have.
Oh, no.
Oh, they used them. That's right. Ram. 2nd and 10. Stafford looking to throw. Incomplete. Darius Slay on the coverage, and Puka Nacua. Another play that Stafford just hoping he can come down with it. Hasn't happened today.
Wow. You got to love the confidence that he has in Puka Nacua, but Darius Slay made an amazing play there to get that ball out of his hands.
Great closing speed on the ball.
Yeah. Blankenship was there to help too, just in case, but we're looking at a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Stafford looking to throw, middle of the field. First down. Marcus Robinson.
Wow.
And that was huge.
Here we go. Minute 36 and counting.
33 minute snap. Stafford looking to throw, going deep. Caught!
Oh my God!
Caught it!
Puka Nacua! Oh my God! What a catch! Slay was there.
Wow!
Oh my God!
21-yard line. 20.
Oh my God!
A minute 25 seconds. You can run it again. Stafford looking to throw.
Stafford.
Cooper Kupp. Wow,
dude. This game, the Rams, Stafford is doing everything in his power.
Stay no huddle. You got the defensive line worn out right now, out of breath. Now you gave them time to catch their breath here. Wow. Got to keep their foot on the gas. Got to keep their foot on the gas. Second and
false start.
No way.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. A false start.
On Dotson, 5 yards. 5 yards. He's pissed. Yeah, he moved a little way too early once he saw that head bob. Yeah, he moved early on the head bob from the center, but you got to wait for the hike call there.
Second and 12 now.
Woof.
Ball on the 24-yard line. Ball snap. Stafford looking to throw. Quick throw to the corner. Robinson. No, Puka Nacua again with a gain of 8.
Out of bounds.
out of bounds again. Not that time's a factor, but it's going to be 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4, and they're staying no huddle here. I like the decision. 3rd and 2. So Stafford, ball snap, looking to throw. Pressure coming.
Sack!
Back.
Launch! Nom, 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 nom. Jalen Carter, my God.
The one thing that can't happen happens to the Rams, and the game will come down to the final play. 53 seconds and counting. McVay trying to get the play out. Looks like this play is going to be snapped around 38, 35 seconds. And, man, did the offensive line drop the ball there. 4th and 11, 35 seconds
This is it.
left. This is your ball game. Stafford looking to throw, taking a shot. Corner, incomplete. The Eagles are going to the NFC Championship. Wow.
Oh, my God. Eagles to the championship game. Wow.
That false start was crushing.
Oh,
trying
my
to get
God.
the ball to Puka Nacua, but the ball, I mean, not a catchable ball to begin with.
Wow. The Rams down the field like that, but great job by Jalen Carter. That play right there is going to be looked at as the reason they're in the NFC Championship.
Yep, and Saquon Barkley, the reason. And isn't it fitting that the Eagles take the final snap, kneel down with 26 seconds left in the game?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Sirianni, McVay, quick hug. And the Eagles are going to win it by 6 and head to the NFC Championship. What a run by the Rams, though. What a run. When the NFC West was just up for grabs every week, it was like, who's going to win this? It got down to week 17, week 18 when the Rams were finally the clear front runners. And everybody had them losing. They didn't have them in the division round. They had them losing in the wild card, and here they are. Here they are. So good on them. It took until the last drive for them to go out. Impressive.
Man. Yeah, that is just absolutely insane. I'm not a Rams fan, but I actually feel like bad. I feel like it's heartbroken a little bit for the Rams.
Sad,
because,
yeah.
They got down to the 20-yard line, and it really felt like they were about to win this game. And in two plays, the Eagles win.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Carter comes up clutch with that set. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Super impressive. And we've got another hell of a game coming up here with Ravens and Bills here soon. But damn, this is a classic.
The Commanders will be going to Philadelphia for the NFC Championship game. And the Eagles, I mean, we had a short that was like, we know that. I felt like we said that we knew that it was going to be the Eagles and the Lions. The NFC was pretty much like Eagles or Lions. But for the Rams and the Commanders to still be in the mix, I mean, you got to just like give them credit for the way that they played in the postseason. And I do think if it wasn't snowing the way it was today, that the Rams might have been able to pull this off. But I think the snow just came at the perfect time for Philly.
I know it seemed like both teams were struggling with the snow. It's just the Eagles had just these awesome plays with Saquon Barkley and with Jalen Hurts. They just came up at the right times. They came up clutch. It was 50-plus yard runs for these two guys, and they came at the right time. So,
Yeah.
but we got to credit that defense on the Eagles, man. They did everything. They almost had an interception on the last drive. They had a big time sack there. Coverage was, for the most part, really damn good on their end.
Yeah, and the Rams just they're not built for the snow. They're built for the dome.
Mm-hmm.
So,
dome.
So we know everything pretty much. All we're waiting is who is going to Kansas City, but Philadelphia and Kansas City will be the two stadiums that will be hosting the NFC and AFC championship next week, and super pumped up to get that game on because I think everybody has been anticipating that one more than any of them.
Oh, 100%. This game coming up between the Ravens and Bills is like, okay, which one of these teams is going to obviously come out of this game a winner, but can they beat Kansas City in Kansas City? Because that's really big. The Kansas City Chiefs have been the what do you call it? They've been the monkey on every AFC team's back, whether it's the Ravens or the Bills. It's beat this team because they always seem to make it. I mean, 7 straight AFC championship games isn't a coincidence. That's how fucking good they are. That is how good they are.
Well, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. You got one game to make the Super Bowl, and for Jalen Hurts, I feel like he's one of the more disrespected quarterbacks in the league. He's never thrown into those top 5 conversations, but he has taken his team to the Super Bowl, played with Mahomes, put up 30-some points in the Super Bowl. He's got his team back in the NFC Championship game. He had a 50-yard rushing touchdown today. He does a lot of the stuff that the other quarterbacks that we put in our top 5 do. But he's not even mentioned in a lot of the MVP discussions and things like that because of the stats. But as far as a pure leader, he is one of, if not the best leader that I have seen just as an observer. The way he talks and carries himself, like he's exactly what you want a franchise quarterback to be. And as long as the Eagles have him, I think these are the type of games that the Eagles will most likely be in every year.
Yeah, and you talk about him being a leader. He's also a really good communicator. You saw him and Saquon kind of talking to each other right before that last touchdown run by Saquon. And if Jalen Hurts sees an opportunity and his teammate is communicating that opportunity, he's going to take that into account and be like, all right, let me see what I see. Okay, cool. We're going to do that. And that's what happens. You get the game-winning touchdown off of that Saquon run.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for the NFC Championship game. I'm going to restart my computer because it's getting a little laggy. But kickoff only 13 minutes away from the AFC champion or the AFC divisional round. We'll know the AFC Championship game. But Rick, do you have anything else on this game?
No, I'm just excited for this next game. And man, Bills Ravens, it's going to be fucking sick. So other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. Obviously, we're going to be back in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So get ready for Ravens and Bills. And Kyle, always a good time, brother.
Always a good time. Let's go, Buffalo!
Buffalo! See ya!